Oh no. Oh no. Oh, here we go, guys. This is it. I want to start off by saying, I really try not to be a negative person. I'm always willing to give things a shot. I'm not poo-pooing this right off the bat. But if anyone's been listening to our podcast, you guys know that I've been very, let's say, opinionated about this whole Sonic movie thing, just as far as a redesign goes, because it was very clear that a redesign is going on. Then we saw some leaked silhouette posters and some other things that showed that a redesign is going on. But now apparently we have the final design for what Sonic's going to look like in the upcoming film. And, yeah, the the internet's been having a field day with the silhouettes, but now we have this, and it's just gone to a whole new level. I will still see the movie. I will not judge the movie based on how this Sonic design looks. So it could end up being a fantastic movie where I just don't like the design of Sonic, but oh man, this does not make me extremely confident. So this is coming from HC Associates, who says they combine solid strategy and creative magic to build brand experiences across every touch point. You know, marketing, PR, buzzword, BS kind of stuff. They had this on their website, and they yanked it, obviously, because people found out about this and it spread like wildfire. So they're probably going to be in a little bit of hot water. And while we don't know for sure, it's still rumor, it does seem like this is going to be the design of Sonic for the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I really don't like this design, and I don't think I'm alone in saying that. But anyway, let's go into this blurb that HC Associates had on their website. It said, "You'd be hard-pressed to find anyone in the world who isn't familiar with Sega's beloved IP, Sonic the Hedgehog. But global reverence does come with a unique price. In creating a licensing and packaging program to be used worldwide and to be applied against targeting multiple audience demographics, it was necessary to strike a balance between staying true to the Sonic brand while appealing to a global audience and differentiating from previous Sonic merchandise packaging." Was it necessary? Was it really necessary? You know what was what did they say here? A global idea of what Sonic is? How Sonic has looked previously. You know, how Sonic has looked in games. Like they say here, Sonic is a global IP. You'll be hard-pressed to find anyone in the world who isn't familiar with Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, we know what he looks like, but apparently they need something different to differentiate from previous Sonic designs. Do we need that? I don't understand why we need that. Do we see the, well, I was going to say Detective Pikachu. Do we see that looking different? Technically, yes, that looks different, but the designs are very clearly close to what the original Pokemon designs were, if not fleshed out and made a bit more realistic, but I would say they're a lot closer to those original designs than this Sonic version is compared to the video game version. It just annoys me to no end that they're like, we need to do something different with this Sonic character. So, let's just take a whole bunch of weird design decisions and mash them all up. I don't get it. Moving on to say, our approach was to create a system that was versatile and modular so that various Sonic IPs, including classic Sonic, modern Sonic, film Sonic, animation Sonic, and other events, could be integrated seamlessly within the baseline packaging look. And they want to appeal to a worldwide audience and clearly differentiate from previous merchandising efforts. So there's going to be merchandise tied to the movie, obviously. And there's no doubt about it, this Sonic looks quite different from other versions of Sonic. But I would argue that most versions of Sonic look quite similar. Yes, from the 16-bit days to the, I guess you'd call it, modern look. Was a bit different, but that jump, it was necessary. At least for the most part, and still it was a welcome change. And we've seen classic Sonic we've seen classic Sonic come into modern games today, like through Sonic Generations, and they, kept the more cutesy pot-belly design, and I like that. But this is just, you know what it is? It screams a team working on a redesign who A, aren't familiar with Sonic, and B, just feel the urge to modernize things. They're like, the urge to change things when they don't need to be changed. Sonic has an iconic look. Sonic got to where he is based on the design of the games and the design of the character, and yet for this film, they feel the need to change things up. There's such weird decisions going on here. We've talked about the realistic legs, or the muscular legs, whatever you want to call it. And then you have the decision to split the eyes into two eyes, because, I guess if they're going for a CG Sonic that looks somewhat believable for the world that they're putting the game in, which is, a world filled with humans, our world, even though it takes place in Green Hill, which isn't a real place, but, apparently it's somewhere in the United States. They felt they had to make Sonic fit in with the rest of the realistic people, all the humans and everything realistic. They are actual humans. But I don't know why they felt they needed to do that. I don't know why that's a thing. I don't know why we need to have a Sonic that's believable in the real world. It doesn't have to be like that. No one is gonna see the Sonic the Hedgehog movie and say, you know what, I just don't feel like Sonic looks like he's believable for a human world. It just doesn't make sense to me. Nobody's gonna think that. You're watching a movie about a giant hedgehog that doesn't look like a hedgehog run around really fast. Believability is not anything anyone is concerned with, but I guess the people involved with the movie felt they had to do it. And then we have the weird decision with his hands. So he's still gonna wear gloves, except they're not gloves. It looks like just his fur is white for his hands. Is that gonna have an explanation in the movie? Is there gonna be some joke about that leads to that? I don't know, but the decision is dumb. Why can't he just have gloves? Why does it have to be white fur? Oh, God. Like I said, I'm still gonna see the movie. This early look at Sonic, if it turns out to be the design for the movie, let's say for me, it leaves a lot to be desired. But as I said, I'm still going to see the movie. Yeah, regardless of how bad the trailers look or anything like that when they officially come out, I'm gonna give it a chance. It could end up being decent. It could end up being great. I hope it ends up being great. I will just say that so far, it seems that the majority of fans have been really let down and upset with everything we've seen for the movie so far. And while I'm not nitpicky and I'm willing to give things a chance, I do understand where those fans are coming from. So today's imagery has led to more anger from fans and more questions from fans, and Sega remains silent. All we know is that Sega has, or I don't remember if Sega said it or someone involved with the movie said it, but it was clear that Sega wasn't happy with some of the decisions that were made for the movie. But the movie people were like, you just gotta make some of these changes when you're bringing it to a film audience. It's gotta be done, Which is, I feel, what people say when they don't know what they're talking about, but I don't make movies, so maybe I'm wrong. What do you think of this design? Let's say this is the design for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Does it weird you out? Let me know. And I'll catch you in the next video.